Hey guys, welcome to my channel 3Dist. In this video I'm going to tell you how you can model hand blender like this using Autodesk Fusion 360. So here you can see the model I had made in Autodesk Fusion 360. So I will tell you all the steps and the process. This model looks little bit complex, but this is a very easy model. Once you will follow along my video, you will find it the steps I had shown is very easy and you can make this model in just 30 minutes. So follow along my video, and I will also request you to subscribe to my channel and like my videos, so I will keep making videos like this. So okay, let's get started. So guys, we'll first launch our Fusion 360. So here you can see I had launched my Fusion 360, and this is the default drawing design space we are getting. So the first thing we'll do is we'll save this file with the name. Let's say hand blender, and we'll click on this save. So the instant we had click on the save, here you can see this file has been saved with the name hand blender. Now before getting started, we have to make sure some of the things. So the first thing is we'll make sure that the drawing unit is millimeter. If it is not in millimeter, you can just click here and change the units as per your requirement. So for now we are keeping it as a millimeter. And the other thing, we have to make sure that the design history, whatever the steps, whatever the commands we are executing must be on. So to confirm that, we'll just right click on the this one hand blender and go to the here. If it shows that do not capture design history, this means the design history is on. So we'll keep it like that, and now we are ready to start our modeling. So the first thing, we'll start from a handle. To create a handle, we'll go to here, we'll click on this create a sketch, then it will asking me to select the plane. We'll select this one top plane as our sketch plane, and here you can see our sketch environment is active. Now we are getting all the sketch tools. To go to perpendicular to this plane, what we'll do is we have to expand from here. We have to turn on our origin, and we will click on here, it's look at command. We'll click on the look at, then we'll select our plane. So here you can see now we are normal to our plane. Now we'll draw a circle here. So just click on this center diameter circle and then select the origin point, then drag it outside. So we had created a circle here. So now we'll dimension this circle. To dimension this circle, just go to the sketch dimension here, and we'll dimension this circle, let's say 20 mm diameter. So I had provided the 20 mm diameter circle, and then we'll click on this finish sketch, and then we'll go to the home view. Here you can see this is our first sketch we had created. Now we are going to make it, give it a extrusion height, so it will look like a handle. So we'll click on this extrude command, and the profile is automatically selected. Here you can say, see, if it is not selected, you can just click inside the profile. Now it is selected. Then is asking me to provide the measurement to create extrusion, how much extrusion height I need. So I will specify the extrusion height, let's say 80 mm, and we'll click OK, and we'll make sure that here the operation must be a new body. So every time when you are doing extrude command, you have to check few of the things, like the profile you had selected, direction is one side direction, the distance you are providing, and since we don't need any taper angle, so we had kept it at 0, and the operations we want it as a new body, and we'll click OK. So here you can see the handle portion we had created. The next thing, we'll going to create a small neck of thickness 1 mm. So to do so, what we'll do is we'll just click on the sketch option again here, then we'll select the plane on which we want to create our sketch, then we'll select the top of this cylinder as a sketch plane, and then again we'll go click on this look at, and then we'll select that plane. So we are normal to that plane now. Then we'll create a new sketch here. So we'll select a circle from here, and then we'll select the origin, and we'll drag it outside. We want this one as 21 mm diameter. So to dimension this, we'll click on this sketch dimension, then we'll select the circle, then we'll provide a dimension of 21 millimeter, and we'll press enter. So here you can see it is now dimensioned. Then we'll click on this finish sketch, then we'll go to home position. Here you can see this is our the neck we are trying to create. To do extrude this, we'll click on this extrude command, then we'll select the complete profile, and we'll give a extrusion height of 1 mm, and here also we'll make it as a new body, and then we'll select OK. So here you can see the two things we had created. The next thing we have to create the wires of our hand blender. To create a wires, what we'll do, we'll again click on this create a sketch, then we'll go to the front plane, we'll select this front plane as a sketch plane, then we'll click on this again look at, then we'll select the front plane. So now the front plane is, we are in normal to the front plane and the sketch environment is active. Now we'll create a sketch profile for the wires. To create a sketch profile, we'll select the line, we'll draw some random line, then we'll later we can constrain it. So we are creating a random lines like this. So here you can see we had created a random line like this. Also we'll create a circle here. So we'll create a circle somewhere here like this, and what we'll do, we'll apply a constraint of center of this circle and the origin point as a this one horizontal. So here you can see now our circle is constrained in the vertical position, so it cannot move in horizontal direction, it can only move in uh, vertical positions. Here you can see, so the diameter is not fixed, so we can decrease it or increase it since it is not constrained. So we'll keep it like that. The next constraint command will provide is, we'll want to this line to tangent to this circle. So to do so, what we'll do, we'll click on this tangent constraint, then we'll select the circle, then we'll select the line. So here you can see that now it is constrained. Then we'll trim off this extra part. To do so, what we'll go to the trim option, then we'll just drag on the extra line and it is trimmed. So here you can see we had created a shape like this. The next thing, we have to fix this point also. To fix this points, what we'll do, we'll apply a coincident command, and we'll select the line and we'll select the point, and see here it is constrained now. So we'll also make sure that this line is 1.5 2.5 mm inside. To do so, what we'll do is, we'll dimension this one as, let's say, 2.5. Okay, and we'll also provide a dimension for these lines. Let's say we need a height of 30 mm here, and we'll also provide the dimension of this circle. Let's say we want this circle to be of 50 mm, not 50, let's say 55 mm, and we'll press enter. So here is the 55 mm circle we had created. Now we also provide the height of the this wires. So to provide the height, we'll select this one, this line, and the top of the circle. Since we are not able to snap on the top of the circle, we'll create a construction line here. We'll click on this line command, and then we'll go to our origin point. Here is our origin point, and then we'll click on the top of the circle, let's say somewhere here. We'll try to snap on the top of the circle. If it's not snapping, we can just keep it outside like this. Then we can select this line, we can change it to construction line, and then we can trim off the extra part that is going above the circle. We'll just go to trim, and we'll trim this extra part. So here is, you can see now we got the point. The next thing, will provide this dimension, the overall height for the wires. So we'll select the point, and we'll select the line, and we'll provide the dimension here. Let's say we need this dimension 165. So here you can see we had provided a dimension of 165. Now our sketch is almost constrained. The next thing what we'll do is, we'll apply some fillet hairs, because this is a continuous wire. To do so, what we'll do is, we'll go to this one fillet option, then we'll select both the lines, and then we'll apply a fillet, let's say 150 mm, and we'll press enter. So here you can see we had applied a fillet here. Now our sketch is completely constrained. Then we'll select these lines. We had selected this complete line. Now we'll click on the mirror option, then we'll select the mirror line. We'll select this line as a mirror line, and here you can see the other side is also created. And now we'll trim the inside part of the circle, because we need it like a cage. Okay, so here you can see the sketch we had created. Then we are ready to uh, give a 3D shape. So we can now finish on this finish sketch option. So here you can see this is the sketch we had created. So we'll go to the create option, then we'll select this pipe, and it is asking me for path, so we'll select this one as a pipe path, and we'll specify the diameter as 1.5 mm, and we'll keep it as a new body, and then we'll click OK. So here you can see we had created the wires. Now we need a few multiple wires, I think more 4 number of wires. To do so, what we'll do is we'll select this one, the wire body. This is our wire body, and we'll go to create option. Then here we got the circular pattern option. We'll select the circular pattern. Then it is since the body is already selected as body 3, here you can see now it is asking me for axis. So I will click on this axis, and we'll select, I will turn off the body, and we'll select this axis shade as our reference axis. Then we'll turn on the body. Here you can see now we are getting the shape. Instead of quantity 3 here, we can keep it at quantity 5. So we'll get a good shape for the mixing. So we'll keep it 5 and we'll press OK. So now the rough sketch we had created with the rough handle and wire cage, but here is a problem. Here you can see that everything is just crossing to each other, overlapping with each other, so we don't need it like this. So what we'll do is we'll select on the body 3, and we'll go to the front plane. Then we'll keep moving all the body a little bit down. So we'll select the body, and then we click on this move option. Then we'll select this one as a move direction, and we'll provide -1. Let's say we want minus 2 mm down we want to move. So here you can see we had moved one by -2 mm. In the same way, we'll keep moving the rest of the cages. So let's say -4. The same way we'll keep moving until we find that nothing is overlapping. So still you can see there is last body that is overlapping, so we'll provide the dimension as -8 mm. So this way we can avoid all the overlapping things. So here you can see we had everything not overlapping with each other, just crossing here. So this is our, the wires is complete now for the hand blender. Now we'll come to the handle. We need something to hang it to the top of in the racks. So we'll make some shape here, like to hang it to somewhere. So let's do this. So to do so, what we'll do is we'll again go to sketch, then we'll select this plane as a sketch plane, then we'll go to the normal, then we'll click on, come to the normal to this plane, then we'll click a circle option here, then we'll create a circle of, let's say, diameter. We'll create a circle of diameter 22 mm here. So here we had created a circle of diameter 22 mm. Then we'll click on this finish sketch option, then we'll go to home. So here you can see the circle we had created. Now we are going to extrude this by 5 mm. So let's say we'll click on this extrude option, then we'll select both the profiles, then we'll extrude it by 5 mm, and we'll select it as a new body, and we'll press OK. So here you can see we are trying to create some shape here to hang it. So now again we'll repeat the same command. We'll click on the create a sketch, then we'll select this face as a sketch plane, then we'll go to the normal, then we'll go to the normal to that plane, then again we'll create a sketch of, let's say, circle of 21 mm. So you can see we had created a circle of 21 mm. This time we have to extrude this by 25 mm, so we'll specify the dimension 25 mm. So here you can see we had specified it as a 25 mm. Now we'll go to our home position, then again we'll click on this create a sketch, then we'll click on this plane to create a sketch, then again we'll go to the look at, then we'll select this plane. We are now normal to that plane. Now we'll create some sketch here to, let's say we want something like this. So we'll just first create a sketch, rough sketch here, later we can constrain it. So here we have, you can see I am creating some sketch. So, so here you can see I had created some sketch. Now I will select this line, I will make it as a construction line. Now I want this circle to be on this line. So I will select the line, I will select the center of the circle and will make on this coincident. And now I need this to be tangent to this one, so we'll apply, click on this tangent command, then we'll select the circle and line. So now it is tangent. Then we need to trim off the extra part, that is here. So we'll just trim this part. And now we want this circle to be tangent to this face, so we'll select this one, tangent. So you can see this is tangent from it. Now we'll specify the dimension of this point. So we need this as a, let's say 21 mm, not 21 mm, actually half of 21, that is 10.5. so we keep it as a 10.5 here, and we need the this one as, let's say 7 mm, 7.5. and now we need the angle of this one, let's say 135. and now we need a circle, let's say diameter 10. and now we'll mirror these sketches towards other direction also. We'll select the mirror line. Here you can see we had created this sketch. Now we'll close the sketch because we are going to subtract the extra extrusion paths. So I will close the sketch. So if I turn off the body, here you can see I had closed the sketch. So I will click on this finish sketch. So what we'll do now is we'll turn off the body, we'll click on this extrude option, we'll select these two profiles and we'll make here as a symmetric. Then a distance we'll select is at all, and then we'll turn on the bodies, and instead of new body here we'll mark it as a cut. And we'll press OK. So here you can see this shape we had raised so far, so it is looking very nice. Now we'll create a slot kind of opening here on this face. To do so, what we'll do is, again we'll repeat the same command. We'll go to the sketch, then we'll select the plane, then we'll go to the look at, then we'll come to normal to that plane, then we'll create a slot here. Here you can create, you will find an option to create a slot. Here you can see a slot, center to center slot. We'll click here and we'll create a rough center to center slot. So here you can see we had created a rough center to center slot. If you're not able to see it, just turn off the body. So here you can see this is our slot. So we'll just dimension this slot to make it more accurate. So we'll just dimension this slot. We'll provide all this dimension, let's say 5, and we need this collinear with this point, so we'll make it horizontal. Here you can see, and we need this dimension, let's say from this here to here, we want it as 16. If we turn on the body, we'll able to figure out where our slot is coming. So here you can see our slot is coming. So we have to decrease the diameter a little bit. Let's say we need it as a 4 mm. So here you can see I had decreased. So now I think we are done. Instead of 16, we can make it as a 15. So a little bit lower, and we'll click on this finish sketch. Then we'll turn off the body, click on this extrude option. The profile is already selected. Then we'll click on this symmetric, and then we'll drag outside. Instead of distance, we'll select all here, and we'll turn on the body, and we'll select all here now, and we'll click OK. So here you can see the cut we had produced. Now it is looking like that we had made something to hang it on somewhere. So now I will provide fillet to all sub corners. To provide fillets, I will go to fillet option. Here you can see the fillet option. Then it is asking me to select the corners. We'll select all the corners that I want to fillet, and we'll provide a fillet distance, let's say 2 mm. 2 mm is not working, let's say 1.5 mm is working. Then again we'll select the other corners on which we want to apply fillet. So I had selected the other corners, and we'll apply a fillet, let's say 2.5 mm, let's say 3 mm. Okay, and we'll click on this OK option. So here you can see this fillet we had created. Now it is looking very nice, smooth shape. Now we'll apply some fillets to these sub corners. So we'll just select all the corners that we want to apply fillets. So these are the 4 corners that we want to apply fillet, and we'll provide a fillet of 0.5 mm, and we'll click OK. So here you can see now our complete hand blender is finished. So now we'll turn on off the origin, and the next thing what we'll do is we'll apply some materials so it will look more realistic. To do so, go to modify option. We will find the appearance option. Just click on this appearance option. You will get a tons of appearance material options. So you have to just search here steel. So I will keep this as a polished steel as one material, and I will search as a black material, black plastic. So here you can see this is my black plastic, so I will keep this also, and will now apply all these materials. For the handle portion we need it as steel, and for all these wires we need it as a steel, so we'll apply it to every wires. Being carefully, you don't have to leave anything, you just have to apply all wires very carefully so you don't miss any of the wires. So I had applied all the wires. Now the next thing we need this body as a black plastic material. So here you can see I had applied black plastic material. For this one also we need a black plastic material. So here you can see we had finished modeling our hand blender. So this way you can model lots of kitchen things, kitchen items. You can try out modeling knife and all these things. So if you had liked my videos, liked my process of modeling, just press a like on my video. And if you also want me to suggest anything, you can just put comments. If you are having any kind of issues with such kind of modeling, you can also message me to get the things done. So thanks for watching. Thank you.